And it's me, Marie Blue Angel, back again with Touchstarved. Sorry, I forgot my train of thought for a second, but yes, I'm back with Touchstarved. And on to the next demo route for my fourth pick out of the love interest, and that is Mhin. Let's just start right into it. Yeah. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak to tonight. I follow Mhin. Where are we going? I can't let Mhin slip away so easily. They might be the most standoffish person I've met so far, but they're the only one who seems even close to neutral on the synovium. That's true. My gut tells me they know more about that tower than they're letting on. By the time I make it out of the bar, they're already halfway down the street. Drawing my cloak close to ward off the chill, I hurry after them. But at this hour, the Amaryllis district is full of carousing people. While Mhin slips through the crowd with surprising agility, I struggle to keep pace. The edge of their cloak flutters as they round the corner. Determined to at least try and catch up, I take the same turn into a dim side street. But Mhin is nowhere to be seen. Didn't you learn your lesson earlier? Apparently, I did not learn my lesson about the soulless and everything. They look mad, understandably. I nearly jump out of my skin, whirling to find Mhin right behind me. They don't even look ruffled. I mean, it seems like they are trained and experienced in going around and hunting soulless, and I'm sure is very agile. They fold their arms, pointedly staring me down. I thought nearly getting eaten would teach you that being out alone at night is dangerous. Huh. I'm not alone, am I? Mhin looks at me in blank confusion for a moment before realization dawns. Ah, look! Min's blushing! Wow, the main character made Mhin blush. Is this the first time I've seen this on screen? Are you always so persistent? I don't really know how to read them. They shift between aggressive and hesitant without warning, and I have no idea how to tell which way they'll swing. But I can't help feeling a little thrill when pink sweeps across their cheeks. I kind of have to be. It's how I stay alive. Mhin recovers their composure quickly, their mouth shifting into a frown. They glance away, eyes sweeping across the street. You've been lucky so far, but it won't last. Nobody in this city is trustworthy. Not even you? Especially not me. Ooh, what's the backstory? I've met clams that open up more willingly than Mhin, but even if they don't talk about themselves much, they must have opinions about Karas. You and Karas seem to get along, though. The tense lines of Min's features soften. He's an exception. Few people are willing to help others, fewer when there's any risk involved. And of them, Karas is unique. I have a feeling that Mhin doesn't smile often, but the curve of their lips, however slight, is unmistakable. They catch themselves, their expression closing off with a near-audible snap. He's not the worst, a decent doctor, even if he asks too many questions. But nothing is really free here. Unique is one way to describe his work. Unconsciously, I grip my stitched arm, where the soulless severed it. Mhin glances at me almost knowingly. The only one of its kind, not replicable by anyone else. It's a fitting word. I wonder what injuries Karas has healed for Mhin, and whether they know how he does it. But if they did, I doubt they'd tell me. I wanted, maybe Ace, and then Bear, and then Leander. I want to go with, kind of negative, positive in terms of reactions. You don't seem to like Ace. I don't like anyone, but especially not that bloodthirsty gangster. The words tumble from their mouth before I can even finish my sentence. Did he do something to you? Beyond existing? No. But I'm not waiting around to get hurt first. That sea spring he runs, with all of those smiling red-eyed people, I suppose his one saving grace is that he hasn't forced anyone to drink from it. Yet. Monsters like him don't know or care about what they have. It makes me sick. Their voice echoes down this empty street, startling me. I blink, staring at them. You really don't like monsters, do you? Mhin fixes me with a flat gaze, their pale eyes like chips of ice. Every monster forced their way out of the shroud and into this world for some reason. I may not know Ace's reason, but to the vast majority of monsters, humans are food, playthings, or beneath notice. That may simply be their nature, but I do not have to like it. And I'm not going to risk my life in hopes that any one of them is different. A lot of humans fear or hate monsters, but there's something different about how Mhin talks about them. It sounds personal. If you're going to keep asking questions, ask about something else. We're gonna ask about Vare! How did you meet Vare? Min's face scrunches like they've just bitten into a rotten lemon. That perverse flea bag jumped on me during Fogfall. So I stabbed him and left him in the gutter where he belongs. My heart thuds hard in my chest. Their voice is icy with disgust. The night air feels warm by comparison. And it's cold out, guys. It's only a shame it didn't stick. Okay. I remember how they dispatched that soulless earlier. Understanding anatomy is one thing, but that precise clinical strike spoke of practice. I wonder how many times they've killed to get so good at it. I take it your opinion hasn't changed? He fucks with people for kicks. Every sentence out of his mouth is either crass innuendo or a conceited put-down, and whatever he's done is bad enough that synovium has him on a leash. There are monsters living on every other street. He's the only one who needs a muzzle before he's taken out for a walk. Belatedly, I close my mouth. And Leander. Leander seems fond of you. He's an idiot, an obnoxious blowhard who can't shut up to save his life. Their words are harsh, taken at face value, but it's at complete odds with the flush creeping across their cheekbones. Is that all? They huff. It seems to physically pain them to speak again. He does acceptable work. He pays on time, which is more than I can say for most. And his bloodhounds look after Lowtown. If he was capable of being quiet for more than 10 seconds at a time, he'd be almost tolerable. I mean, that's a recommendation if I heard one from Mhin. Their tone grows almost fond, but then their brows draw together as they glare at me. But I'm not one of his bloodhounds. If he told you otherwise, he was talking out of his ass, as usual. He has work to offer, and sometimes I take it, that's all. Somehow, I doubt that, but Mhin seems disinclined to say more. Doors bang open at the end of the street. Light and laughter pour out of the bar, followed by a group of giggling people in white uniforms. Synovium students having a night out on the town. Mhin hesitates only for a moment before they start down the street, in the same direction as the students. When I follow close on their heels, they grimace, speaking through gritted teeth. Why are you still following me? When I ask them about Vare, I notice something odd, besides their vehement dislike of him. While Mhin didn't exactly sound enthusiastic about the synovium, they were the first to speak of it, without anything besides open animosity. Ahead of us, the students pile into another bar. Mhin ducks into the alley next to it. If nobody in the city is trustworthy, What about the synovium? The line of their narrow shoulders abruptly tenses. They lift their chin, giving me a wary look. Kuraz must have warned you about the nature of the city's currency. Right, information and secrets. I fidget, uncertain. I don't trust Min's mercurial moods, or all the things they say. All the things they clearly aren't saying. Their eyes dip towards my hands, passing over the bandages like a razor, the pressure light but full of keen-edged possibility. I shiver, hastily shoving my hands into my pocket. They frown, but their gaze drifts away from me to the window of the bar next to us. It's opaque, either frosted glass or caked in dust, but some of the warm light diffuses out into the alley. The synovium is a place of learning. If someone has questions that can't be answered anywhere else, the synovium might have the solution. Or at least, that's how it was, once upon a time. These days, its doors are closed to outsiders. That's about what I expected after how I was practically shooed off earlier. Just as I start to relax, they speak again. Whatever you're looking for there, the costs may be higher than you're willing to pay. The sheer hypocrisy of their words ticks me off. What gives you the right to talk when you're doing the same exact thing as me? What questions are you asking that only the synovium can answer? That's personal. So there is something Min's looking for at the synovium. I suppose that makes two of us. If they're following groups of synovium students around, they must not be having much luck either. Everyone else seems to fear or hate the synovium, but you don't. They flinch, spurred onward by curiosity and my lingering annoyance. I press forward. You must know something about them, something you haven't told Leander or Kuraz. But they're not letting you in, which means you're one of the outsiders. Oh. I touched a nerve there. In the space between one breath and the next, Mhin closes the distance between us. Slender fingers grip the front of my shirt, and they slam me against the wall with shocking strength. Oh, the hood is up! Look at their hair and this, low pony. Will we know more? I want to know more. What is the motivation that Mhin has for following the synovium? The force of their movement knocks their hood back, messy hair fluttering around their face. I'm standing on my tiptoes. Min's lifted me nearly clear off the ground with a single hand. Okay, they're very strong. That was also mentioned before. The realization sends an electric tingle down my spine. But before I can begin to wonder what that's about, Mhin snarls in my face. You don't know what you're fucking talking about. The angry twist of their mouth draws my eyes down to the beauty spot at the corner of their lips. I can't seem to stop staring at it. It's incongruously delicate compared to the fire in their gaze, the steel bone strength in their grip. But then, so is the rest of them. Neither do you. Neither do you. We're practically strangers, so why are you acting like you know anything about me? Your line of questioning isn't exactly subtle, and it's not hard to guess that this has something to do with your hands. You think you can use me to get to the synovium. Don't be naive. I don't get angry easily. I can't afford to when a moment of carelessness could be fatal. But when they mention my hands, my temper flares hot. Who says I'm the one who needs you? Realization strikes me like a thunderclap. You're not getting anywhere by yourself either, are you? But you can't make yourself ask for help. You're stuck, and it's your own fault. Oh my gosh, by the way, I know this is a very intense interaction right now, but wow, look at Min's eyes. Their eyes are so lovely. And I mean, I like all the character designs, I'm pretty sure, but I like Min's also. I brace myself, expecting Mhin to snap at me again. Instead, their gaze drops, eyes falling away from my face. Their brow furrows in frustration, but the twist of their mouth is miserable. Their voice trembles almost imperceptibly when they speak. I know. This city only cares about what you can give, or what it can take from you. Information, power, connections. If you are an outsider here, nobody will help you. Nobody will even try. You don't belong anywhere. Well, that's right, because, I think it was Leander, or it might have been Ace. It was probably Leander. Was telling me, Leander told me earlier, before, in the other route / video, that Mhin also just came to Iridia, and they haven't been here this long. So they themselves are still considered an outsider, probably by most people. So they probably haven't made substantial progress on seeking what they seek from the synovium, given the how the exchange of information and influence and power and all that happens in Iridia. My heart thuds in my chest for an entirely different reason now. They seem suddenly very small. Alone, like me. Mhin. Mhin jerks backwards, releasing me so abruptly that I nearly stumble. Maybe they realized how close we were. Maybe they said too much. I mean, you can probably let them go. Don't want to, we'll probably, as the interactions continue, hopefully get a better sense of who Mhin is, and maybe we'll get along a little bit better. My fingers tremble, adrenaline still coursing through my veins. Even if Mhin seems intent on pushing me away, I don't want to curse them. Not like that traveler. Mhin takes a deep breath and lets it out as a sigh. When they look at me again, they look unusually serious, maybe even sincere. You shouldn't be around me, Chantal. Find someone safer to ask for help. No, but what if I want to follow you and ask you for help? Before I can think of what to say, the tavern doors bang open again. The synovium students spill back out, considerably drunker. How long has it been? Like 20 minutes? Their ranks seem to have swelled with other barflies. The group floods back into town, towards that great tower, rising moonward. How does one become a synovium member? As I'm distracted by the commotion, Mhin slips away from me, drawing their hood up. I catch their eyes for just a moment. Then they're gone, vanishing into the crowd. That's... Choose your fate! I'm gonna choose Mhin. Mhin, the cursed outsider. Despite their cold nature and familiarity with violence, Mhin is just as desperate as you to get into the synovium. You may be able to help each other, but they're keeping as many secrets as you are. They claim they're dangerous, but could they be your only chance at getting into the synovium? Probably. Who knows? Choose your fate. Choosing Mhin. Confirmed. And once again, I'm at the end of the Touchstarved demo. I really like that. I feel like for some reason that feels a bit shorter than the other routes that I've played so far on the demo. I'm really curious about Min's like backstory and route. And like all the others, I'm very much looking forward to how it all play out in the full game. Yes, if you made it this far, thank you. Let me know, what do you think about Mhin? Would you choose them as your first pick when the Touchstarved game comes out? Let me know. I'd love to talk about it. But yeah, anyways, I will be back with one more video for Touchstarved, and that will be for Ver. who is the last love interest for this demo. Well, for this game, but for this demo. So yeah, I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.